Yeah.
Well, you're going to cross it off, well, not New Mexico, but you're going to cross off Texas and Oklahoma.
Yeah.
I was always hoping we'd go back to Oklahoma together, but I guess
Nope.
not for the first time.
Times have changed.
And your friend's like, we need to go down to Austin.
He wants to move to. He's sick and tired of the cold. I don't blame him.
You going to move down to Austin with him?
I told him I got to give it 5 more years here.
4.
4 more. 4 more, yeah. 5 total.
Is he going to live down there permanently, or?
I don't know what his plan is. He said he's going to give it a year.
This doesn't seem like a very good plan. What's he going to do for a job?
He wants to get a tech job. And I guess there's a lot of tech jobs in Austin. Which is also why he's going down there. He's not moving down there till November. So he has between now and November to look for a job.
Well, hopefully he finds one. Otherwise, be homeless.
Yeah, there's always that as an option. I mean, I think it's free. Doesn't cost very much.
Oh, yes. It doesn't cost very much to be homeless.
No.
Well, it costs time.
Yeah.
Homelessness costs time. And because it's hard to, take showers and access the internet, it's difficult to get jobs from once you are homeless.
Yeah.
Get a lot of soup, though.
A lot of soup. Soup's always good.
Every day.
Flavored water.
Well, yes, I guess, in a way. Soup is
the flavored water that you eat.
Ah, yes. What a
flavored water that you eat.
What a fascinating definition of soup.
Yeah, if an alien ever came here and asked, so what is soup? It's flavored water that you eat.
Fascinating. I feel like aliens would know what soup is. They'd have their version of soup. Of course, I guess they could be methane-based life forms instead of water-based. And so...
You're just photosynthesis. You're just plant people.
I don't think there's enough energy.
Oh no, their planet's full of enough energy.
If there was enough, but I think DNA would get destroyed if there was enough energy. They also wouldn't be able to come here. You couldn't forge a civilization off photosynthesis.
Yeah.
Think about how much energy. Think about how many plants you consume. Think about how many plants that cow consumed that you eat.
Yeah? So you're saying we couldn't have plant people?
No.
Just a bunch of green creatures walking around?
I wouldn't assume...
Well, yeah, that's why aliens are green. You ever seen an alien eat a cheeseburger?
Yes. I have. Alf has eaten cheeseburgers.
Did he like it?
Yes. He ate everything.
Cats.
Cats included. No, I don't think you could. I don't think an intelligent life could only use photosynthesis. There's a field of study. I think we listened to it in the. Maybe we weren't to that part. Well, did we get to the point in the book where in the Cosmos, where they talk about divergent or convergent, converging evolution?
No.
Okay, maybe it's
if we did, then you probably read that part.
It's very possible. So, yes, I think it's in chapter 2. So basically, what happens? There's a field of study where they try to figure out what's necessary. Like, what are features that we have that are necessary for an advanced civilization?
Communication.
That was one. But I think one of the other big ones was, sight. Using visible light, if I'm not mistaken, is another big thing. So a lot of people are like, Oh, and binocular vision. At least 2 eyes are required, I think.
For depth perception?
Yeah. And then some way to manipulate objects. So some sort of hands. Or some way to manipulate objects in such a way.
Yeah.
Those are things that are required for a civilization. There's a whole field of...
Complex speech.
Yeah, well, it's not just about being able to make the sounds. It's about being able to hear them.
Mm-hmm.
That's actually what they do, which is one way they study a lot of our ancestors, is they study their ear bones. Because they're able to find a lot more of those than they are to find the bones in here, for whatever reason. And so they study those a lot more. And they're able to determine that, oh, nope, they wouldn't be able to hear speech. They could hear speech, but not very well.
Yeah.
Something with the mid-ranges, I guess.
Sure.
So. Interesting. But, yeah. Aliens. Man, could you imagine? What the world would be so different if we ran across a civilization of advanced beings.
Mm-hmm.
What if we came across a civilization?
And imagine if they were 1% smarter than us, and they looked at us like chimps.
They would. We are more than 1% smarter than chips, though.
Or just imagine whatever the ratio. No, not our intelligence, or our DNA.
Oh.
It's like we're 99% similar to a chimp. That 1% is what makes us human. So you imagine another being where they're 1% beyond us.
Yes.
They're doing Einstein's relativity work as a kindergartner.
Maybe.
Oh, little Johnny, you made a little error. It's a 4-dimensional manifold, not a 5.
You need to go back and relook at your integrals.
Yes.
Good God, how would you? Is there even enough time?
They're doing math that we can't even comprehend.
But see, that's a question, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that like everybody always talks about, where like aliens, where they're so much smarter, so they're doing these advanced equations.
Because think about it this way, right?
But,
like when
isn't there like a minimum amount of time necessary for any life form to be able to master differential equations?
Yeah, I don't know. Because like you think about it this way, right? Like when you were a kindergartner and you're showing like integrals, like this is math that's like 15 years before you'd get to that point.
I looked at a summation sign when I was in 6th grade.
Yeah, but do you know what it meant?
Nope.
Exactly. So that's what I'm saying. Like kindergarten. Like if you're showing a kindergartner the math that you did in
But in 4 years though. We're talking 4 years. I learned what summation was.
Okay, but what I'm saying is like imagine you're a kindergartner, right? So you're 6 years old, seeing what 18-year-old would do. 12 years. So in 12 years, it took 12 years for you to master, to get to the point that you could learn calculus.
Well, the thing
So now imagine you show a professor math that'll take him 12 years to learn. It'll take 12 years for him to learn it, let alone discover it.
Yeah, or master it.
Mm-hmm.
But that's the thing though, right? How would you, I feel like there's like I feel like there is a minimum amount of development time.
Yeah.
Like this is as fast as a brain could possibly develop under current understandings of biology and physiology. And thus, this is as smart as a being could possibly be. Could I guess? I mean, the smartest people ever. When did they learn differentials?
Well, differential equations is easier than calculus, in my opinion.
Okay.
Partial differential equations is more difficult. I never took partial differential equations, but from what I heard, it is more difficult.
Well, okay, but it's still something that, many people, differentials do weed out a lot of people in calculus, though.
When was 1693? By lo and behold, Leibniz and Newton.
Well, yeah, but what I'm saying is, though, what's the smartest people in the world? When did they learn it? So, like, those people with those extremely high IQs.
All right.
When did they learn differentials? When did they figure it out?
Did Einstein?
Well, Einstein's actually not that smart, though.
Yeah, he did make a lot of math errors. Hilbert. He was like one of the last great mathematicians. Hilbert learned.
There you go.
Oh. Someone already asked this question? He dedicated himself to it.
Oh, of course.
Your computer doesn't like this question.
Guess not. Education, there we go. I can't imagine, though, he probably did the same rate everybody else. Probably learned it when he was like 16.
Yeah.
He looks like a bad guy from a movie.
Bad guy from a movie. Oh, have you ever seen the pictures of what is this? Before this is what physics does to people. 1878. He's in 1901.
Ah!
Does this look like a bad guy from a movie?
No.
He's already ripped all his hair out, and now he's like the evil. He's like, oh yes, he looks like the evil guy, working for Red Skull in Marvel.
Ah, yes.
Remember him?
I remember.
That's what he looks like right there.
Well, he was working on quantum mechanics, the most difficult. Is that him and Einstein?
Yeah, he met Einstein.
Did they work on the atomic bomb together?
I don't know. I don't know if he was part of the Manhattan Project. No, right here. He looks like someone I know.
My dad?
Heisenberg.
Oh. Yeah. Well, no, you know the pictures, though, when you type in Heisenberg. So, have you ever seen the memes, right? Where, like, there's, like, schools in, like, India or whatever. Like, they're talking about the great, smartest people. So, when people type in Heisenberg, this is what shows up. And so, they have a picture of Walt up there like that. Instead of the actual scientist Heisenberg.
Yes. What is his first name? I don't remember his first name.
Werner Heisenberg. There you go.
Yeah, one picture, and then all these.
I want to know.
That's kind of funny, actually. You go to school in India. So we're learning about Heisenberg today. Here's a picture of him.
That's Walter White.
That's Walter White. WW.
Who is Walter White? He is famous in Americana television show. Breaking Bad, about meth.
Meth. Meth. I know that. A buddy of mine sold me some yesterday. Okay. Thanks for sharing.
Yeah, that's a controlled substance. It's a Schedule 1 controlled substance in the United States.
Thank you for sharing, Billy. Don't buy candy from a stranger again.
I hate to break it to you, Billy, but that's a Schedule 1 controlled substance. The DEA is going to be showing up any moment now to arrest you.
Would you like some?
This is the end. This is your end, Billy. You've smoked your last crack pot. But I gave it to Samantha. And where is Samantha today? Well, she's sick at home. She's high on meth.
She's high on meth.
Well, the DEA will be showing up to her place any moment. Poor Samantha and Billy.
Yep.
This is what drugs do to you, kids. Don't do this.
Don't do drugs.
Don't have like Samantha and Billy.
Or at least be responsible when you do drugs.
Yeah. Be like Heisenberg. Don't do them. Make them.
Yes.
Be good at it.
Yeah, just move to Colorado and make weed. Grow your own weed.
I'm telling
Start
you.
a weed empire.
I'm telling you, one of these days, just give up all this crap and go buy a weed farm in Colorado.
Yeah, that's probably what'll happen. You know, one day, you know, when Nebraska allows weed, our entire spotted mullen, all of Cherry County will be turned into a weed plantation.
No, there's not enough water.
Oh.
They'll be down on the Platte. The flat, fertile ground.
Mm.
Plus, I think most of that stuff's done in greenhouses anyways, so you have control.
Oh.
Especially for, since they're constantly doing hybrid research. That's the one thing about, like, a weed empire, right?
Can you feed cows weed?
And you can feed them hemp. They're not gonna like it as much. A sheep will eat it. It's not very nutritious, but
Does it
no.
does it look any different?
Nope.
No.
Looks just like I guess it probably looks a bit different than like the commercial stuff because I would assume commercial weed has much bigger buds.
Well,
because
no,
that's
I didn't
part
know
you
if the
smoke.
sheep looks different when it's high.
No, it's
Oh.
not high.
Sheep can't get high.
Not from eating it.
You just see a sheep laying on its back, all fours up in the air, just like
Life
life.
starts talking to you. This isn't real. This is all a sham.
Look at that cloud.
Sheep just like gets on its hind legs and it's just like, this is all a lie. You're trapped. Get out. And then it just
walks away
and walks away into the forest.
on its hind legs.
Yep, and disappears. You know the memes, right? About hunting for the Wendigo?
No.
And it says some like philosophical shit. And then just it's like you're looking at a deer, right? Well, most of it's Windussi. Gotta get yourself some Windussi. Oh, here we go. I'm the last one alive on the hunting trip and only made it to the car because my childhood friend blew himself up. The 10 past terror to destroy the window.
What?
That's not the one I was thinking of. Here we go. Europeans with cryptids. With whimsical creatures. Let's invite them in for tea. I'd love some tea. Americans with cryptids. This is the last forest you're haunting.
You son of
You some bitch. Lol, I'm gonna fuck your corpse when I'm done. Oh my god. Yeah, the Wendigo memes are like, a lot of it's like, you're out there hunting or whatever and you see the deer get on hind
Some
legs.
dude shows up.
Windussi your shit.
Fucking what?
They're hunting.
58% churros.
They're there to fuck the Wendigo. We need the Windussiate. Oh my god. Me, I'm going Wendigo hunting at 3 a.m. Yeehaw, the Wendigo. Well, hello. I'm going to have a decent meal for human flesh again.
Tonight.
Wendigo. Me after hopelessly lost in the woods for months, entire life, but continued to grow skinnier in the 100 years. I'm trying to see, because there's one where it's like they're out when you're out in the woods and the deer stands on all hind legs. If we could just type that meme in. when you're out in the woods and you see a very skinny deer stand up on its hind legs and start to walk like a human. There we go. Those are the memes. That was the Wendigo you're looking at. Well, anyways, I have to poop, so we're going to end this here. I'd like to thank you all for watching. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe. New podcasts every Friday, 11 a.m., 12 p.m. Central Time, and good night.